is everything to Welcome to Derry episode 3 that you may have missed. Oh, this is not Pennywise, this is a real little girl, just like how director Andy Muschietti confirmed that the skeleton man in this scene is a real man. You can even see that he's advertised as a circus attraction right here, but more on that little girl in a second because she is important. This episode begins in 1908, the same year that Ben researched about in It Chapter 1 about an explosion that took place at an Easter egg hunt, an event we see depicted in the opening credits. This little boy is the 12-year-old version of General Francis Shaw, who is friends with Rose, who later runs the antique store in 1962 that is later run by Stephen King in 2016. Rose is a leader of a group known as the Children of Maturin, the cosmic turtle that is Pennywise's ultimate rival, who we see teased throughout the series. Francis gives Rose the slingshot, which is a callback to when young Beverly used it in the novel, but in the movie it was changed to an iron rod. Because Pennywise can see your fears by entering your mind, he manifests into the skeleton man who scared him earlier but then gets hurt by the slingshot that Dick Halloran will touch later. Both Pennywise and Dick have the telepathic ability to shine, which was passed down from his grandmother, who Pennywise has floating in his lair right here. Dick explains in The Shining he would have full-on telepathic conversations with his grandmother, and when Pennywise looks into his mind, he sees a shot of her, which is likely from the very night she went missing. Another thing Pennywise sees inside Dick's mind is this New Orleans Mardi Gras mask, which is probably the most deep-cut Easter egg in this entire show. Those unaware, Mike Flanagan, who directed Dr. Sleep, a sequel to The Shining, also wrote a prequel to The Shining that would have explored Dick Halloran's time in New Orleans, but unfortunately this movie never got made. So director Andy Muschietti is using that backstory in this series here, which is really cool, but now let's talk about that little girl. Remember in It Chapter 2 when adult Beverly visits an elderly woman named Mrs. Kirsch who talks about growing up in the circus with her father. Beverly even sees an adult version of the conjoined twins that we saw featured in this show. My theory is this is the little girl version of Mrs. Kirsch who even has the Pennywise makeup on her face. She's even sitting at the same Pennywise wagon featured in that photo. Perhaps she is what inspired his clown design, which makes sense considering Andy Muschietti confirmed that we will be getting a Pennywise origin story in this show. But these are just the biggest Easter eggs that I noticed. Please let me know in the comments down below any that you noticed that I didn't touch on. This series continues to impress me and I cannot wait to see where it goes next. As always, very curious to hear your thoughts.